Hello everyone, we're here with some more Dokkan battle, and today we're actually going to be taking a look at the JP data download that happened, well, technically today, yesterday, depending on where you are at in the world. First I want to thank the homie Air Dokkan for actually contributing and compiling all of this stuff for us here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look right into it. So there are obviously three new things coming that are main to this celebration. One of them we're going to cover last, which is obviously the big thing that most people are excited for. So first we have this new Goku and Piccolo LR, based off the first movie, the Dragon Ball Z, which would be the Garlic Jr. movie, of course, Dead Zone. Pretty nice art. I really do like the animated version of this art. Like if we look right here, the animated, oh, they don't have the animated version up. No! But dude, the animated version of this art is so good. But yeah, they also have a costume change and everything. People are very, I would say people are probably rating this unit correctly right now. He's not like the best thing ever, but they're still very fun, nice units. So let's just go ahead and take a look at their details. So their leader skill Saviors category, key 4 HP attack and defense plus 130%, or int type key 4 HP attack and defense plus 100%. So if we look at the Saviors category, it's a pretty solid team now, getting a lot of buffs recently. Obviously Tech Ultimate Gohan is the one who started this whole team off. Tech Krillin is a really good unit. You know, I have some solid units. Pycons on this team, which is really helpful for this LR Goku and Piccolo right here. You know, there's just, it's not like too much there, but it's a solid team. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is nice. This Tenshin Han is very good. They're just this Gotenks as well. Like this team will get a lot better when some units, like older units, easy A. Like this LR Physical Trunks could definitely get an easy A. I would say this Super Trunks is in here. These guys can get an easy A. ST Ultimate Gohan can get an easy A. Shocking Speed, he'll actually work pretty well with this LR, who does have Shocking Speed as a key link. But it's not like the craziest category ever, honestly. The only reason why this category is pretty nice is because with Tech Ultimate Gohan, it's paired with Hybrid Saiyans. But if we're looking at it by itself, it's not like, you know, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to run the Saviors category team. Ooh, you know, it's eh. Their super attack effects are actually pretty solid, though. So on 12 key, they raise attack and defense for one turn, do colossal damage. Lowering defense, it's okay, but it's not like anything special. On their Ultra Super, they still raise attack and defense for one turn. I don't believe I said it for one turn here, but yes, it's only one turn, of course. They do Mega Colossal, and then they lower attack and defense. So this is nice. The only thing I would change is I wish they also lowered attack and defense here, or at the very least just attack rather than just the defense, because then these guys are based off of getting additional attacks. So if we look at their passive, they get attack and defense plus 120% when performing a super attack. So it's obviously not start turn. These guys are definitely more of a slot 2 unit. They get a high chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks. So those additional attacks do not have any chance to be a super attack. So it's a 50% chance to launch up to 2 additional attacks. It doesn't look like the 2 additional attacks are like the first one's guaranteed. At least no one really took a look into it. So I believe it's, for example, you can get no additional attacks. If you get unlucky, you obviously can get up to 2. But yes, the first one wouldn't be guaranteed. Think of someone like Tech Vegito Blue or Physical Vegito Blue, where they have 2 additional attacks. But the first one's always guaranteed. Which, you know, I wish they at least got 1 additional attack guaranteed from it is, but this is just based off the wiki. I don't know if they really like took a deep dive into the database to find this out, but I'm sure they may have, since we do have, you know, the values for the defense lowering and the attack lowering right here. Only 20%. Okay. So they do an addition. They get an additional key plus 1 up to 6 key. And then attack and defense plus 10% up to 59%, which each attack they perform. So of course, you want to get these 2 attacks as much as possible. You would, if you get lucky, you definitely could get their full passive by the 3rd turn. So it would be the 2nd turn that they're on. But in regards to they're getting their full passive on doing an 18 key super attack, then that would have to wait until the 5th turn minimum. Because you would have to get, for example, let's say you get 3 attacks per turn, and you get lucky with the high chances. So you get 3 attacks the first turn, 3 attacks the 3rd turn, but they already would have done their 18 key on like the 4th attack, for example. So you would have to wait until the next turn to release like their true power. So these guys are definitely a long-term event unit. I think they'll be fine in Super Battle Road and stuff, but they definitely should be judged based off their performance and how they do in long events, since that's basically what they do. They're meant to be a long event unit. They also could launch an additional super attack when HP is 59% or less after performing 6 or more attacks in battle. So what that means is they can get all this basically, right? So let's say they get the proc, so they get their first super attack right there, bam. Then they get 2 additional normals. Then after, as long as you have this fully built up, so let's say like turn 5 you get lucky, and you're on low HP, you do again another additional super attack. So that means that's 4 attacks, and then based on a hidden potential system, you can get up to 5 attacks. Now this is not the hardest thing to get. I don't believe you'll have too much difficulty getting this in like Infinite Dragon Ball History, where, you know, they can lower your defense. Legendary Goku event again, where the GT one, where he can lower your defense, things like that. So very well in long events, you can see these guys putting up like 5 attacks. You know, given you have a dupe, of course, but at the very least you can see them do 4 attacks, and at 55%, that's pretty solid. They'll be doing some decent damage here. Now, some people may think that this is multiplicative against this 120%. However, with how it works out, any attack that you get, like with each attack performed on super attack, when obtaining an attack, those are calculated in the same turn. So this 120% and this 59% is just additive. So they get a total of 179% attack and defense once they're fully built up. However, they do have the active skill, which is multiplicative. So this active skill could be used when HP is 59% or more after doing 6 or more attacks during the battle. So they get an extra 6 key, which is pretty huge for this unit. I would say the one thing is that, you know, early on starting off, they could struggle with key, which again does limit and hurt them in, you know, modes such as Super Battle Road or a little bit in the God events. But they get this amazing buff, dude. Attacking defense plus 59% for 1 turn is pretty huge. Like, if you look down here, if they have the full passive, they can get a total attack and defense boost of 343.61%, which is very solid for sure. That's a very good for an LR, considering, you know, this guy does have 20k attack still, 14k defense. On that active skill turn, they're going to be pretty crazy. But you have to keep in mind that on the active skill turn right there, they won't be able to get this, because this can only activate when HP is 59% or less. So at most you can get up to 4 attacks, 2 of them being super attacks, which, you know, I think is okay. It's nice, you know, you either get this or you get this. It reminds me of like the LR. It reminds me, I don't know, my mind is blinked out there. It reminds me of the LR actual 6-year anniversary units, where you can either get their active skill or you can get the revive mechanic, which is pretty nice. Their links: Infighter, Shocking Speed, Tough as Nails, Experienced Fighters, Solid Support, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. You could definitely tell that the links are where this unit maybe falters a little, because they don't have they have an understandable link set for being a Goku and Piccolo card, obviously, but their link set is anything like that great. So like on their teams, which again, they're also only on 4 category teams: Full Power, Join Forces, Movie Heroes, and Saviors. They're actually on Join Forces, for example. Let's bring like Full Power and Join Forces and talk about it here. So on Join Forces, they're actually going to work pretty well with this guy right here. I think they're a pretty nice addition to this guy. The only issue is that you definitely, this is like a rotation used on long events, because in Super Battle Road, neither of these guys will handle being in the first slot, because again, they have to build up. You know, they share, I believe, okay, so they share what? Tough as Nails, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Yeah, Tough as Nails, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, and I believe Solid Support as well. So that's what, 5 links. So that's pretty solid, you know. They'll get, yeah, this Tough as Nails link will be really good for these two, because the extra 20% defense and then 5% damage reduction is actually pretty noticeable. And if we look at, like, for example, more later down here, they could work with some of these units, Shocking Speed units on here, I feel like, if there's any. Yeah, there's not too many, but I think, you know, again, this Golden Frieza and 17 will be actually a pretty nice combination with them. It's definitely a unit that they'll work well together. They also work similar in design. So that's interesting. On full power, like a unit that could also work with, I see some people, point out, is this LR Jiren. They share 4 links, so shocking speed, in fighter, fierce battle, legendary power. That's pretty much good enough. And if we take a look again at their other 2 categories, we talked about saviors, movie heroes. The only issue with them on movie heroes is that there's no shocking speed unit on movie heroes. Like if this guy had shocking speed, then maybe. LR Tapion and Minosha, what do they share with them? So the only thing is that LR Tapion and Minosha do not have shocking speed, do they? So they'll share experienced fighters, fierce battle, and legendary power. Solid support as well. So they share all attack links basically, but no key. And then they don't support them. So I don't know how that would work. I mean, if Tapion and Minosha had shocking speed, that would be a lot better. But again, like Pycon is also a good option to run with him. Other than that, there's not like too much. Again, if only like they were on a team with that Int Kid Gohan, that would be very nice. But unfortunately, they're not on a team with that Int Kid Gohan. I mean, not the Int Kid Gohan. The Int Kid Gohan as well would help them out, of course. But the actual, I would say, what's his name? Well, they are technically on a team with the AJO Kid Gohan and the Int Kid Gohan, because Ultimate Gohan is Hybrid Saiyans and Saviors again. So if you're on the Savior / Hybrid Saiyan team, you could definitely get that done. But if we're talking about like Savior Super Battle Road, I'm not sure these 2 guys will be that great. Probably as a floating unit, if you don't have anyone else to float on the team, because the team is pretty limited. They do still lower attack and defense, and they'll be able to build up some of their attack and defense here. So they'll be solid, along with raising their attack and defense on super attack. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about the unit. I think they're good. I do not think you should summon for them, however. You should definitely skip their banner no matter. First off, it's going to be a legendary summon banner, so. And then secondly, Tanabata's coming up. And thirdly, these units, that unit is not really needed on any of their teams. Like, they don't really bring anything to, like, oh, I have to get them. They don't contribute that much to their teams because their link set on their teams is a little wonky. Unless you have Pycon, then, you could go ahead and, I think, feel free if you really want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. So again, we do have this Piccolo and Krillin card. They're Heavenly Events category leader, which, it's free to play unit, so it doesn't matter. There is attacking defense for 1 turn, which is a 30% raise. They do supreme damage, so this raising defense for 1 turn at the very least is very nice. Attacking defense plus 100%, an additional 100% attacking defense when there's a Gohan Kid on the team, and then an additional 100% attacking defense, and they foresee enemy super attack when there's a Gohan Kid attacking in the same turn. Then they give Heavenly Events categories, allies, key 3, and attacking defense plus 30%. So they have solid support, cold judgment, Z fighters, experienced fighters, Kamehameha, shocking speed, shattering the limit. They're on joint forces, Kamehameha, battle wits, and Heavenly Events. So basically you're going to be running them on this team. That way you'll be able to have an actual Gohan here on the team with them to activate their actual forcing enemy super attacks. But it has to be a Gohan Kid specifically, so it can't be like LRHO Gohan, for example. Or, another Gohan that we're going to be talking about very soon. I'm sure you guys already see. I'm sure you guys already know because I'm recording this a day late, obviously. But yeah. Overall, they're nice. The one issue is that they don't share, like if you're like a Kid Gohan, they don't share, like, any links with this Kid Gohan, dude. Like, look, nothing. They don't share any links at all. Like, nothing at all. It's weird. I mean, they'll support each other and give themselves key, but like they could have shared at least like 1 link or something. Maybe if they gave this Kid Gohan like Z fighters over, demonic ways or something like that, but or gaze of respect, if they gave this, I don't know. They should have shared at least like 1 link or like 2 links or something because they want to be used with that Gohan. It's weird. They're a solid unit. I don't think they're anything too special again. But when you have them on that team with Gohan, with the Gohan and the Ryu's with Gohan, they'll be a pretty solid option, I'd say. Again, Heavenly Events is not really a team you want to run, I would say, at the very least. But yeah, that's really it there. And of course, we have this Easy A actually for this youth, this guy. It's Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. They're finally getting an Easy A. We also have Baton showing up on the 22nd as well. But yeah, LR Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Easy A drops on the 22nd. So in a few days from now, right here, bam, and basically a week from now, because the units drop tonight. So it'll be like 5 days a week to now, which it's interesting that they dropped them this early, but it is what it is. Yeah, here's his medals right here, and we also have some missions from Asuna, you know, Harry Turney, the boy. But yeah, let's take a look at what this Gohan does again. So, in type, now he's HP key plus 4, HP attack and defense plus 120%. That's okay, you know, like, you're not going to use it for his leader skill, probably. So he raises defense for 1 turn and causes Mega Colossal damage to an enemy, which is nice that his 12 key does Mega Colossal. For his 18 key, he still greatly raises attack for 1 turn, which is a 50% buff. He raises defense for 1 turn, which is a 30% buff. And then causes Mega Colossal damage to the enemy. So as you can see, they definitely added that defense raising to him, which is what he really needed for sure. The most important thing this Gohan needed is defense. So his passive now is he gets 58% defense at the start of turn. He gets another 58% defense when doing a super attack, so it doesn't have to be his ultra. He gets 18% attack for every key sphere obtains, and key plus 1 whenever key is raised with key sphere, so that literally did not change after his EZA. So as you can tell, they didn't change anything about him offensively. Because of that, people, I feel like they're calling, like, I see people calling this guy mid. I see people probably heavily underrating this unit compared to how good he actually is. This unit's really, really insane, guys. Like, he just needed defense to be a really solid unit. I don't think he's like, you know, for example, I think like STRL or Broly is better than him, for example. I feel like he could potentially be better than Goku and Frieza in certain situations, however. I see people saying the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is better, and I personally do not see that. Because he still has like that better amazing link set with prepared for battle and shocking speed right there. I think he's on like 1 or 2 more categories, which is, you know, in the end something to really consider. Because there's like, especially if it's that close like that with like these amount of categories. He's just more consistent for me as well, I feel like, than compared to like that Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like, he's gonna be doing really good, and the great thing about him is he's the first summonable LR in JP. Like, a lot of people, I guarantee a lot of people have this guy like with dupes or even rainbowed, like even for a very long time at this point. So this guy, you know, he got a pretty substantial buff. The only things that, you know, the only thing offensively he got buff with is, actually I would say, how do I explain it? The SA25, you know, which is not like the biggest boost ever, but it's something there. Since he does, like, of course, do Mega Colossal damage. But I feel like they could have probably made him a little better. Maybe if they gave him, like, when collecting, you know, 5 key spheres or something, he gets, I don't know, like a super effective or something interesting, you know, just to add that little more if they really wanted to, since, you know, or like if there's a Goku on rotation, he gets high chance to crit, or he becomes super effective again. Something like that would really like push this unit over the edge, I feel, and to be like the STR Broly level probably. But I think he's fine as he is. I don't see any problem at all. He doesn't like, I don't see any like really weakness with this unit. Like, you could probably say that, oh, you can't place him in the first slot, but you know, that's not that big of a deal in the end, guys. I would say he's on a lot of good teams. He has a lot of great partners. He's gonna be a very fun unit and just a gift to the community, because no one expected this for this celebration. You know, we only expected that like free-to-play Piccolo on the new LR, so that's pretty good. And again, yeah, his additional defense is calculated separately, so it's a higher boost than just normal 58 plus 58%. This guy's good. I really do enjoy him. I don't know how good exactly like he would be at, like if I think like personally he would be top 10 or something. I feel like he probably slides in there because like he's just built, like the way he's built, dude, is just how it's hard to make him look bad. That's the thing. Like, it's in any situation, it's hard to make him look bad because of this, especially right here. This is like so difficult to make him look bad. You know, if you like, the way to make him look bad, you have to give him like 1 key sphere, and obviously you're not gonna do that because he's a nuking unit. So that's all I have to say about him. Let me know what you guys think about him. Here's some missions right here if you want to pause and take a look at it. It's just, you know, like beat the Extreme Z Awakening, defeat enemies in Baton, awaken the Piccolo, clear some events, blah blah blah. But that's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching till the end. Feel free to like, share, subscribe if you did enjoy the video. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.